It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Great to have you with us in this primetime battle. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Under the lights, we'll be putting in the spotlight the running backs. These are two teams, Greg, with backs who can tote it and carry it and make guys miss. But they're going to give us a fun old-school game on the ground here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, Mike, because, I mean, how many of these games have you and I done where we start out saying, all right, the quarterbacks, the wide receiver, these two electric passing games, that's how these offenses are built. But now we have a little bit of a throwback, and for two teams that unapologetically say, we are going to run our offense through the running back position, we don't see that so often anymore. So for two guys like us that understand and appreciate the legacy and the history of this game, I think it's kind of fun.
Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Mike, the term generational talent, it gets thrown around a bit too loosely these days, in my opinion, but you can make an argument if one guy coming out of the draft the last couple years was worthy of that description, it's Caleb Williams. I mean, the arm talent, the playmaking ability.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. One of the Ravens has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
I don't know if you saw it, Mike, but as the quarterback was taking the field, he took an extra couple seconds to thank his defense as they made their way to the sideline. Not only giving him the ball, but giving him the ball on what is a short field. Now, can he lead this offense and take advantage of the takeaway? They get a gift to start the game. Now you got to come away with points, and ideally, you want to come away with a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Aguilar goes off in motion. He's got it at the 7, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. Powering forward. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bears offense gonna take over now for the 2nd time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Oh, he coughs up the football. One of the Ravens has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
On the ground, here's Henry. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. To the goal line and in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Off he goes. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Deep for the Ravens, it's Deontay Hardy. Returnable from his own 4. Oh, yeah. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. He finds some room across the 25. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Ravens. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Extra point try now for Tucker. It's up and good. And the Ravens will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Set.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it up. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Huh.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Williams. This pass caught right side, it's Allen.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. Now Williams. He finds the big tight end. That's Gerald Everett. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
On second down, it's a run with Swift. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 28-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Now a 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Check go.
On third down, it's Williams from the gun. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates there to take it back in. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Bears first down.
Ready. Hut, hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. He's going to run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Here we go. Shot. Alert. Alert.
They'll go. It's Swift. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Whoa! Trying to get himself upfield, and he cannot do it. Knocked back at the 2-yard line.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up. On the give, here's Henry.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On the return, here's Scott. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Bears offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now.
Ready, set.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Williams. they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Throw right side, caught by Odunze. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's 4th down. Here's Torrey Taylor now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
First and 10.
180.
Here's Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's caught! And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Jackson. That one taken in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Sack.
Throwing is Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
Here's Williams now to throw. He'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
Reload. Roll. Check.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To throw it again, it's Williams. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Chicago.
Go!
Williams to the air once more. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Shut up! Let go!
Throwing again, Williams. He fumbled the football. One of the Ravens has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Ravens offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the right side and incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Now, deep ball for Bateman. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. That one knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away. To the air one more time with Jackson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half.
Very
because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the offense will take the field. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On the option, they give it to Henry. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is brought in, and he will score. Rashad Bateman, touchdown Ravens. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The point after now from Tucker. He gets it to go, and the Ravens add on to their already sizable lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, sack.
They'll go again with Swift. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Bears send out their punt team. Here's Hardy to return. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Ravens offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Oh, and they will finally run him down up near midfield.
You know, Mike, this is why they teach these guys to never give up on a run. There was multiple times there that he could have taken what he got, go down with the tackle, and live to play another day. But he kept fighting, broke free, and then look at the play that resulted. Huge gain.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
They'll go again here with Henry. Whoa. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Now he'll run it. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, set.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Henry. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Greg, kind of a head-scratcher in this one. A fumble or two here or there. That's going to happen, but they've continually put the ball on the ground in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything quite like it, and kind of seems like when it rains, it pours. It gets a little mental for the ball carriers. They're kind of contagious in a sense, Mike. But you know who also gets really wrapped up in it is the defense. They say, hey, I've seen that ball pop out time and time again. You get those guys continuing to believe it's going to come out and attack the ball, and you have days like this today.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go play action here with Williams. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down. And that brings up 4th down. 3rd and a yard. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Williams. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. This duo dynamite. 18 yards on that connection and another first.
Ready, go!
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps. Oftentimes, when...
And he will get into the end zone. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Chicago. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes it...
And this one is blocked. Big opening up the middle. Inside the 40. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Justice Hill to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Aguilar goes off in motion. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. So we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. 2nd down. Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
A nice nimble run as he manages to pick up 3.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
That's taken at about the 14. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's going to tuck it and go. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 16. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Williams. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Santos for the extra point. And this one is blocked. Oh, big hole left side. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. Whoa! He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Ravens offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. A give right up the middle to Henry. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. We're going to go right back to Henry. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run. It's Henry. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. A design run here with Jackson.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Williams. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Throwing on second down. Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears will get just a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. Second and 10. Here's Henry. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's third down. They'll run it with Henry. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. Ravens bring their punt team out. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.